This is WOWT 6 News, live at Farm.
Fire crews struggle to get to the scene, a fast-growing grass fire on the north side of Omaha. Good evening, I'm Mallory Maddox.
And I'm Joe Chiodo, happening locally live at 5. 6 News is there as Heartland fire crews work to knock down a rapidly growing grass fire.
Just after 2:30 this afternoon, fire crews were called to a fire at Bennington Road, just east of the North Omaha Airport. Our Chase Moffitt is there too, and he continues our coverage 6 View Live.
It was all sent as one. Yeah, Mallory and Joe, we're live here at the scene now where it says calm down. When we initially arrived here, called in about 3 o'clock. I spoke with a neighbor. Her house is behind the camera here. You can't see it, but obviously she thought it was at her property. She called it in. I'll get out of the way here so you can actually get a look at the scene. At this point, yeah, it's calmed down. You can see the crews are still working. They kind of contain some of the hot spots out here. You can see them digging in with shovels. They got the heavy equipment out, kind of pulling up some of the dirt. Making sure that they can take care of any of that rekindling that would certainly be a threat at this point in the season. Now, we're learning about 5 acres burned out of this field out here, and that white house you see is abandoned. No one lives there, and no one's been in the home. So there was a little bit of concern that maybe the fire would have caught that. But it did not, in fact, and nobody lives there either. So let's go ahead to the video where water was definitely an issue for a little while here. Crews taking shifts with trucks shuttling it up an access road and back. They even had to get that road open. They had to cut it, a lock off the gate there. You can see as crews work to get more water down here to the fire itself. At this point, we're not being told what a cause is, but with the dry and windy conditions, they're certainly not helping contain the situation.
Got lucky that it didn't reach to the house. We are lucky that it's an abandoned house and nobody was living in it. But
Do you think this is just the start of a busy season?
yeah, across the state of Nebraska right now, there's been multiple grass fires already going on, huge ones just because of the dry conditions.
In addition to Irvington fire crews from Fort Calhoun and Ponca Hills were also here to help. Now here back live at the scene, you can see they're just going through some of these areas again with some of the shovels. You can see a little bit of what appears to be some low-hanging smoke there in the tree line. But at this point, most of the crews have left. It was a concern with that wind that was blowing, and you heard from the lieutenant there from Irvington, this dry, windy conditions certainly not helping. We know over in Grand Island today they had large fires out there, so something we're definitely keeping an eye on through the rest of the season for sure. Reporting live here with photographer Mike Plouse, Chase Moffitt, WOWT 6 News.